and I'm going to say this and take no offense to it, hopefully, is that like a female walking on a job site and saying, hey, I can sell you these products versus my buddy that I've been working with for 6 years. How do you win business in that situation?
So I think that it actually fueled the fire for me to be able to be looked at as somebody who maybe didn't necessarily belong. I think it motivated me to study twice as hard. I went out and I got my OSHA 500, my 501. I made sure that I adjusted my questions to any of my prospects and my clients. Just they have so much knowledge. I did not have the knowledge with first getting this company started. So being able to build that rapport and that respect, I was willing to work for it. I had the work ethic. I had everything that I felt like people needed in the industry. And now instead of them ever looking at me as maybe you shouldn't be in the industry, to now people are asking for my advice and really looking for it. It's a great feeling because I know that we're making an impact.
Yeah, that's a big accomplishment. At what point did you move from almost the imposter syndrome, I shouldn't be here, I shouldn't be doing this, they're not respecting me, to I know what I'm talking about and I can help these people?
Right.
Like, when does that happen for you? Like, at what point?
Yeah,
because you got to have some balls to do what you did ultimately.
Right.
Like, you really do. And I think that's what's cool about your story specifically is I've gotten to watch some of it mature in the last 6 years a little bit. And it's a freaking respected distribution channel in this market. And I'm like, we are very much like, hey, we're big fans of the Colorado safety people. Like, they do a good job. They know their stuff. You know, if you need, here's the introduction for it and stuff. And our sales guys love working with you guys.
Well, and vice versa. And I think that's really kind of when I realized that we had something that we could really grow on is when I started hiring people. You work very closely with one of my sales reps, Tyler. The passion walking in the front door, and it's just contagious. And it seems like those are the people that we attract to the businesses, the people that, again, have the passion. They enjoy learning. They enjoy expanding. They enjoy making a difference. They enjoy watching the company go to the next level. And I think that's kind of where I started looking at it as we're really making an impact. We're making an impact not only to the industry, because we work across the board. We work with not only the electricians, the steel erectors, the drywallers, the general contractors. That's just construction. Now we work with a lot of different municipalities. We work with Denver Zoo, and we work with the Art Museum, and we work with a lot of people who are within the general industry, which is really a part of the business plan, is to make sure that we kind of span it, not just focus on one particular industry, but be able to share our passion across the board.
How do you bring, when you're first starting, you hire your first employee and you're like, oh crap, how do I do this? How do I manage this person? I've got all this stuff that I've held really close to chest for a long time now, and I've got to start letting things go. What was that process like for you? Because that has been always one of my biggest struggle points is like, I'm not OCD, but I am controlling in certain regards. And so like letting things go and being okay with how everybody else or how somebody else might do something. Like when did you hire your first employee?
So I hired my first employee. It was an accountant.
It's a good move. That's the first. I need my books to be clean. I got to go sell.
Exactly. Yeah. And I had such a sales mentality where I would actually go out and take each one of my clients a little container of candy. And so my goal was, I need to make sure that candy never goes empty. So I would stop by continuously saying, hey, I'm still here, just trying to get my foot into the business. And, so that was a lot of fun. But yeah, actually, I think letting it go, I've been so passionate and so involved with the company for such a long time that it's probably been within the last year and a half, 2 years that I've been able to look at my team and say, you guys are you're rocking it. Like, I feel like we've done a great job to really expand what the vision of the company, where we want to go, starting to put processes and procedures in place.
So hard to do.
It's so hard to do.
When you're a small business growing, oh my gosh.
Well, and I think for each person that you bring in and you hire, they all have fantastic ideas, but it's more of a, hey, let's talk about your fantastic ideas, and I'll tell you if we've done it, if we haven't done it, or how we can incorporate it. But a lot of people come in, and all of a sudden your SOPs just go shoo. And then all of a sudden they're making different decisions, and they're, bringing in such amazing ideas, which again, I love that we can bring in that passion and because we're still growing. So we've still got a lot of pivots. You got to assimilate it in, right? You got to get the vision lined up correctly, because you don't want somebody working
unnecessarily on something that's not necessarily going to feed the bottom line, which is ultimately what we kind of have to do at the end of the day. Right. So, okay, so first employee is an accountant. You're like, all right, clean my books up, get me kind of like, make sure this is all, everything's getting with the IRS where it needs to go. I got it. Cool. Here's all my receipts. Please sort through them. And then
I think it was a sales rep.
Okay.
And he was, oh my God, Jordan.
Yeah.
Did you? Okay.
Maynard, love him.
Yes.
He's the man. I love Jordan.
So maybe we have been working longer than that, but I keep trying to get him to come work with us again because he was so fantastic at what he did. But had the sales rep, and then I think I did a business development, and then another sales rep. And then we ended up moving into another facility, and COVID hit. And COVID was probably one of the most profitable business years that we had, just because we decided to get creative and utilize one of our clients' facilities to make hand sanitizer. So we were actually expanding across the U.S. And, and so that was fun. So we had multiple different sales reps. We had a lot of people employed during that time. But yeah.
What makes what makes certain vendors better than other vendors for you? Like, what are the things that you're like, this is a manufacturer I love and trust. Obviously, I'm not trying to just like sell ourselves on this process, but like you have some really, really great lines that you carry. What makes one really, really good that you're like, this works. This is great.
So just like we have to build a rapport with our end users, this industry is based on rapport, respect, and confidence. And I think that is not only do our clients expect that of us, so we want to top notch be able to provide that from the very get-go, but we expect that from our manufacturers also. We realize that a lot of we're the in-between, a lot of the manufacturers and the clients. We need to make sure our clients are safe, their hazards are taken care of, and having that partnership with a company like OEL, you guys have an amazing customer service. We absolutely love some of the different people and the way you hire people. It seems like it aligns with where we're at. But we just have a lot of appreciation for how quickly you guys respond, the customer service, the quality of the product. I remember the first time we started working with you, and I think it was your brother. We had somebody call in and they said, hey, we really need to get, I think it was a glove kit, or there was something. And that afternoon, he's like, I'll meet you at Starbucks on Orchard and I-25. I'll get this to you. We'll get it in their hands.
Josh. It was one of us.
It was so fantastic. And I didn't even know you guys from there, but it made such an impact that you guys took it upon yourselves to really care. And I appreciated that because it was important not only to us, but to our end user. And it got them to where they were able to have the equipment and they were safe on their job site.
And they started trusting you guys because you could deliver, right? Like that was the big thing, was like, hey, I can get it to you by tomorrow type of a thing. And in fact, the vendor is going to even drive it to me and stuff. I don't want to set that as a precedent because not everybody gets that treatment, but nonetheless.
But at that time, it was
a big deal. Oh,
it made an impact.
There was, I can remember a time early on in the process where we were, and you know this too, it's like, you go and put it in the back of your car and you drive it to the UPS or FedEx store and you get it out the door. Like, bottom line, like, I know we stopped shipping at 4. This came in at 4:15. They need it tomorrow. It's going out the door. Like, we're going to go get it there. And we still have that same culture with guys that work in the warehouse or operations, that they take that same care to it. And they're like, hey, I can take this after hours. It's all good. And I'm like, okay, I don't know who bred that. I guess maybe it was by example to some degree, but at the same time, like, this is the world we live in. This is safety. It was needed yesterday. Right. So, and these sites can't get shut down for something as, they forgot to order their glove kit or they didn't get it or something like that. It's like, that's got to get there and stuff. It's costing these companies and these organizations tons of money. And when you understand that full scope of it, you'll move with a sense of urgency at that point.
Yeah, and I think you hit it right on the head. When it comes to just the most important word, it's trust. Who can I trust? Who can I work with? Who wants to be a partner? How can we align ourselves with other companies, other manufacturers, in order to make sure that the end result is taken care of? So trust is important.